bring in a guy who's really played a big role in that. He is the CEO of Trigger Point Performance Therapy. Trigger Point Performance Therapy. Cassidy Phillips. What's up, Cassidy? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, good. How you doing? You having trouble saying that, huh?
I am, trust me, I'm not drinking, I promise, even though we're out at the sports bar today. But you work with a ton of athletes and NFL players. First of all, how big is this event coming up here, the Combine, and getting these guys ready for this performance?
Man, I mean, the NFL Combine, I don't think anybody ever realizes what a big deal it is. Any runway around the world, any sport performance around the world, it is. You still there?
Yeah, go for it, man.
It's one of those things where it's amazing how much pressure these athletes have to go through. And if they have to worry about how their body's going to be able to perform at an event like this, they really start to worry. And if they have to worry, they're not going to be their best. So we're here to make sure that they're able to give 110% towards performance, and they don't have to worry about anything else.
What percentage of athletes that come to you that want to get ready for the NFL Combine are actually ready physically?
You know, I mean, it's one of those things in college, man, everybody's taken care of. As they transition into this potential pro career, they go to some of the best sport performance centers in the world, Athletes Performance, IMG, Velocity, and they really start to prepare for battle with these guys. We're a part of that process. We're one of those things that says, you know, if your body is not ready, if the muscle is not ready, well, what's going to happen is you're potentially going to get injured through that process. So we want to eliminate that from even occurring. So everybody's in a different place.
Often I hear strength or speed. Can you have both, or do you have to focus on one or the other when you're getting players ready for something like this?
Hey, at the end of the day, what we're talking about is functional strength, functional performance. You got to be able to move through multiple planes of movement. Regardless of which direction you want to go, the body has to be able to support that, or the muscle does. So strength, sure, it holds a big component, but speed, man, I tell you what, if you're fast, at the end of the day, nobody's going to be able to catch you.
This is Cassidy Phillips. He's the CEO of Trigger Point Performance Therapy. I got it that time.
There you go.
TPTherapy.com. How'd you start the company, Cassidy?
I started the company years ago. I was a professional athlete, and I've been doing actually triathlon since I was 10 years old. That's
wow.
30 years ago. And the crazy part about it was at about age 30, my body was really breaking down. We couldn't figure out what was going on, and I was diagnosed with a dysfunction called fibromyalgia that takes over the muscle tissue. And from that day on, I said I can be a victim or an advocate. I decided to be an advocate, created all the products and the programming behind the products so that I could work with athletes around the world, and we do now so that everybody can be their best.
You do have some really innovative products that many athletes in multiple sports are using right now.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's one of those things. You can be the best athlete in the world, but if your muscles cannot tolerate the demands you place upon them, the potential for injury is very high. So massage has been one of those key components to be able to allow the body to be able to do what it needs to do. But all these athletes are traveling nonstop throughout their careers. So what we do is we've set self-massage programming into their lifestyle so that we can make sure that they're going to take care of themselves.
Wow, it's pretty innovative stuff. You can find it at tptherapy.com. Really, really cool stuff. And I know that you've been working with the Redskins some, right, Cassidy?
Yeah, we have. The best part about what we do is when it works, people talk. And so we've been able to get into most NFL teams now because it really works. It's just the reality of, think about it. You brush your teeth every day to keep the plaque off your teeth. The rest of your body's the same way. It's just a different way of looking at it. So we provide that toothbrush for the body to be able to take care of yourself. So the Redskins are really seeing a great amount of reward in what we're doing.
Wow, really great stuff. Again, go to tptherapy.com to check out everything that Trigger Point offers. So how do you get a guy ready for the Combine? I mean, where do you start, Cassidy?
You know, we start with the performance centers. We go to those guys and we say, hey, listen, we are a supplier of many of the sport performance facilities across the country, but a lot of them actually come to us saying, okay, I've had knee trouble, I've had ankle problems, I've had hip problems. What can I do to make sure that it's not going to bother me when I get to the NFL Combine? And we say, okay, let me take you through the programming. Let me show you what you need to do. Let's allow that tissue tolerance to occur, and then let's get you to one of these sport performance places so that they can really, what we want to do is neutralize the platform. What we want these guys to do, like Athletes Performance and IMG, we want them to make these players great. Create that strength on top of a body that's going to be able to do the work that they want them to do.
Are the younger guys ready to make the commitment and the dedication it's going to take to keep their body finely tuned? I think older guys get it. Do the younger guys get it?
You know, I think the younger guys are getting smarter and smarter. Years ago, these guys would say, you know what, I'm a machine. I don't need to have to worry about myself. I'm just going to show up and do what I do. Now they're actually spending time taking care of their bodies to understand an NFL career now is 1 to 5 years. We want to go back to 1 to 10 years, and the only way you can do that is by making sure that the body's going to be able to meet the demands of that coach. So I think that these players, one, they are the most polite guys I've ever met this year. It's unbelievable. But two, they're ready. They want to do their best, and they're going to take care of themselves to be the best.
Who are some of the guys you were working with this year, Cassidy? I know you've worked with a bunch over the years.
Yeah, well, now that I'm a Combine, I can't really tell you who they
are. Oh, wow.
But I do got one that is probably the Mark Herzog is one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life.
Oh, Mark from BC.
Yeah.
He's a great, obviously we met him down at the ACC Media Day. What a tremendous story he is. I didn't know you worked with him. He's a tremendous guy.
He is one of those guys, man, that he is willing to do whatever it takes to not only take care of his body, but get to the NFL. He is one of the polite guys in the group, and he's also one of the most dedicated guys to his body. You got to realize he had all of this toxicity put into his body to fight cancer, and now he's flipping it around and going, I'm not going to be a zero. I'm going to be a hero, and I'm going to be able to do this with not only help from us, but so many like IMG and other facilities out there.
Is this just for world-class, high-performance athletes, or can the weekend warrior get into it too?
Hey, you know what? Weekend warriors, you sip more than anything else in life, and you dehydrate on top of that. What happens is you lock your body into that position, and you want to go be a Formula One car on the weekend. It doesn't really work out well. So what we want to do is build that same programming into your lifestyle so that when you get to the weekend, you're going to be able to do what you love to do. We just penetrated the PGA Tour, and I'm telling you what, these guys are eating it up because golf is one of those simple ways of looking at, if I don't get to do what I love to do, I get grumpy. And if you get grumpy, then you make everybody unhappy.
Well, Cassidy, isn't that because the golf swing is such an unnatural motion?
It is such a complex motion. I am learning more and more about golf every day, and I tell you what, I thought I was pretty good, but I'm nothing compared to these guys. So the reality is the golf swing is a mystery to me, but if I can allow my body to move more efficiently, they're telling me that my golf swing's even going to get better. So I'm sharing what I know from a tissue tolerance or a muscular tolerance perspective with them, and they're turning around and showing me how to swing a golf club.
Well, listen, I know you're in Indy. I know you're busy. Thanks for giving us some time. Again, the website's tptherapy.com, Trigger Point Performance Therapy. Cassidy Phillips is the CEO. Thank you, my man. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, man, absolutely. I got one more thing.
Sure.
For all your listeners, a healthy body is a healthy mind. A confident body is a confident mind. The mind can tell the body to do horrible things. The body can tell the mind to do incredible things. So let's think that way, reset the thought process, and get out there and be healthy and happy.
Dude, I'm fired up now. You got me going, Cassidy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
I love it, man. Thank you so much.